So I saw a video by Dapper Dev on things around just doom and gloom content and why so many people are just so negative and such like that. And I wanted to do my take on it because I really do agree with it. Because I don't know if I'm the only one, but I've been seeing a lot more just generally like people just wanting to be negative all the time. People wanting to be the victim of everything else and even like negativity on social media platforms as well. Like people just getting so frustrated over the stuff that they see that they need to leave this massive negative comment to feel better about themselves. And a lot of the time, these negative comments are simply projections of people's own insecurities or things that they're frustrated at with themselves. And yeah, like I'm seeing a lot more of this content, more so where it's just almost gatherings of just negativity or people dwelling on the past and looking back at regrets, and it never really made sense to me. And honestly, I used to sort of be in that situation a few years ago, but now I'm in a position where it's like, well, what's the point? What's the point of always looking back on the past, always looking back on the things that you don't have any control over, and frankly, everyone else but you has forgotten about? And I, I'm finding more so that, look, like a lot of people just aren't really enjoying anything. And I think people, are generally posting less on social media. A lot of people are figuring out that actually the life people are putting out, at the very front isn't really what's going on behind the scenes. And the only thing that I found that's helped me is just having meaningful things to work on and doing things for me, because I think one of the things that I've just sort of more lately stood by is the fact that I am going to die, so I might as well live life on my own terms. And I guess for this instance, you are going to die. So you should live life on your own terms. Now that is going to look completely different from so many other people. But again, it's like if there is something that you want to do, there's something you're interested in, interested in building or starting, like start putting small bits of energy towards that. Because again, I feel like so many people are fixated on the end goal, right? They think, right, this is where I am and this is the end goal. How can I get the end goal? Which isn't necessarily bad, except they want to skip the part in the middle. They want to skip the process part. And I think for me, especially, it's like, well, for just about everyone, as you work on things and as you achieve certain milestones, that end goal at the end is always going to get pushed further and further. So, and again, like I think the stuff that I enjoy in my life is the process. It's the process of doing things. I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy training. I enjoy being able to, record content. I enjoy being able to work on projects that are meaningful to me. That's the stuff that I enjoy. And that's really helped. But I think a lot of people just don't give themselves the chance to pursue interest, pursue curiosities in their life. They just go to those doom and gloom areas and they just sit there and wallow in all their regrets and suffering. And again, I'm not trying to necessarily invalidate all of those, negative points. And also, like, I'm not necessarily asking people to do anything massive either. I just think there's just a lack of people, where majority speaking, people just are very upset in life. People just aren't are just very unfulfilled. And, whether they're more so looking for material possessions, I'm not really sure at this point. I think people are just looking for answers. And I think you're only going to find those answers by doing the stuff that you want to do. Because I can say that I find this YouTube stuff fulfilling and I find making video games with AI fulfilling. But is that fulfilling to you? I don't know. Maybe not. But I had to figure this out, and I only figured out more so what I enjoyed and didn't enjoy doing through spending 2.5 years on a business which I hated and got rid of it. Now, I'm not saying you have to do the same, but I had to take action to figure out what I didn't like to help me figure out what I do like. And I think really the main message of this video is that I feel like if more people just focused on putting energy towards meaningful things. I'm not saying it has to be ridiculous amounts of time. You could spend 3, 4, 5 hours a week, if that. then people would be a lot more interested in things. People would have more of a spark in life. Because again, I'll say this to finish this video off. You are going to die. So live life on your own terms. Live a life that is actually interesting to you and you're able to build on things that are meaningful to you. Because I think, like, look, if you can't do that, then yeah, your life is probably just going to stay the same and you're just going to keep doing the same stuff. But let me know what your thoughts are on this video. I'll catch you soon.